What's going on YouTube? This is BeamCool247 and here's my Yugi Moto character deck of the battle tin that I'm making here with the 4 ready to play character decks, Joey, Kaiba, and Pegasus there. So this is on my Etsy channel. I'll put a link to that in the description. I'll put this over here to the side. So let's go ahead and dive right on into it. So we got Dark Magician, not going to explain that. Buster Blader, good against Kaiba. Swift Guy the Fierce Knight versus Guy the Fierce Knight, because you can actually normal summon this guy without tributing if it's the only card in your hand. So if you're in a tight spot and you draw him or something, this is perfect. Or if you have some spells and traps, you can set those and then bring him out. Better than Guy the Fierce Knight because you can just summon him without tributing. Skull Archfiend of Lightning, I figured, summon Skull is a vanilla monster. At least think this guy has some other effect going on. Not too crazy an effect, more of a protection effect, and you do have to pay for his to keep him around, but he is still Summon Skull, and I wanted a different type of artwork too, just like the Guy the Fierce Knight. So it kind of is it's still nostalgic, but different. It's cool in its own different variation. Archfiend of Guilford is the same, but he's decent in itself. Same with Dark Magician Girl. The Tricky can bring himself out by just discarding a card, so that could be good in case you need to pitch something to the graveyard for Monster Reborn. Celtic Guard of the Noble Arms. So instead of Celtic Guardian, which is a 1400 vanilla, we got this 2100 beater, who, if he does get to attack or inflict battle damage, you can draw a card, because he is Celtic Guard monster. So definitely better than the regular Celtic Guard. We got Breaker, who's just broken in itself. Skilled Dark and White Magician because of the Buster Blader that's also in this deck. We got the 3 vanilla warriors, who I think they just have decent stats for this kind of format, and they're nostalgic, so I left them in here. I didn't want to bring in their effect counterparts because it's just too much going on. Sentry Soldier of Stone. This one and the Celtic Guard card is from Dark Dimensions movie, so definitely check that out. But this can benefit off these rock monsters, so if he's in the grave and you summon one of these rock monsters, you can special summon this card, so they kind of synchronize well together there. Mystical Elf, so we're getting into the defense monsters. I didn't throw in the Mystical Elf with the Blue Eyes one because I didn't want to get that confused with Kaiba's card, because it's Blue Eyes, White Lightning with the Mystical Elf card. Electromagnetic Turtle. Good defense in the graveyard too. Good defensive effect. Not the regular Artillery Catapult Turtle. Or not the regular Catapult Turtle, but it's the Artillery Catapult Turtle. And this one can bring out that Gaia card that we saw earlier as well. So it's synchronized as well. 2000 defense, only 4 stars. Big Shield Gardener is just really good. And then we got 2 Spellcasters that destroys a monster or gets a spell back to your hand. And Karibo. Then we got the 3 that I always have in all my decks, MST, Monster Reborn, and Pot of Greed for the spells. This one I only give to Yugi because he's the king of games, so he gets one of the best cards, Graceful Charity. Monster Reincarnation. Magical Dimensions, really good. There's a lot of spellcasters to tribute to bring out Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl. Same with Dark Magic Veil. You can special summon it from your hand or graveyard for 1000 life points, which is really good. Soul Taker, in case you just need to kill a monster on the field. Horn of the Unicorns, you just boost up any of those guys. Exchange is fun. Mystic Box, just because it's nostalgic. Swords, very annoying. Brain Control, very powerful card as well. Magical Hats, one of the strongest traps in the game. Magic Cylinder, also very annoying to go up against a really strong trap. Spellbinding Circle, and a good back row hate, Dust Tornado. So that was the Yugi character deck profile. Obviously, there's a lot of new variations of these cards that I have mixed in here because I wanted to have that nice back and forth feel when you duel the other decks as well. So you'll see all the deck profiles and see maybe I'll do a gameplay to show you how there is a lot of back and forth with these kind of decks as opposed to just the regular all vanilla monsters that they used to play. So hope you guys like this. Let me know in the comments what you think, and thanks for watching.